Reeves Immigration Law Group now brings you immigration law on your side.
All right, magandang gabi mga kababayan and welcome to another Immigration Law on your side right here at PHLV Radio. Kasama natin dito sa studio sa PHLV Radio si Attorney Diza. Alam mo, bibihira ito nandito si Attorney Diza pero tayo ay maswerte ngayong gabi, Wednesday, ngayong 9th of October at kasama po natin si Attorney Diza sa studio ng PHLV Radio para pag-usapan natin ang 10 must-know tips for a successful U.S. tourist visa application, especially now that the holidays are coming. I'm sure some of you are trying to get visas for the United States para pumunta sa Disneyland or kung saan. Alamin natin ang mga tips na ito from Attorney Diza. Attorney, welcome po sa PHLV Radio and welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Magandang gabi Kuya Johan at it's always great to be back here at the studio at babatiin na rin natin yung mga listeners and viewers ng PHLV Radio. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat at magandang ating pag-usapan dahil sabi mo nga malapit na ang mga holidays Kuya Johan. Nandyan yung Thanksgiving Day, nandyan yung winter break, nandyan yung Christmas vacation.
That's right.
Tapos New Year na, tapos Valentine's na naman. So maganda yung pag-usapan natin dahil marami sa ating mga kababayan, as a practicing immigration lawyer for the last 20 years, we always deal with the not only the USCIS or US immigration dito sa Amerika, kundi ang US embassies worldwide, kasama dyan ang embassy sa Pilipinas. So pag matututok po kayo at manood at pag-usapan namin ni Kuya Johan yung kailangan nyong alamin, mga 10 importanteng tips para hindi po kayo paging successful ang inyong tourist visa application.
Nako, importante yan, Attorney, because a few episodes ago napag-usapan natin na medyo tumataas ang mga presyo ng ating mga applications. Kung paulit-ulit ka, magastos na rin. And alam niyo po, Attorney, yung past episode natin na napag-usapan natin that there's already a new process sa Pilipinas. Marami naging feedback. A lot of people called us up right here and then sinubukan na nila yung itong bagong proseso and most of them have been successful. And of course, yung iba medyo nalito pa rin, but nagpapasalamat sila sa mga tips na naibigay ng programa ng ating Reeves Immigration Law Group at dahil po ay tuloy-tuloy yung kanilang pagpunta po doon sa visa application center na bagong bukas dyan sa Pilipinas. Attorney, kung mag-a-apply po ang ating mga kababayan at gustong manood ng F1 racing dito sa Las Vegas ngayong November, what are some tips that we can give to them para successful ang kanilang US visa application?
Well, unang-una sa importante sa lahat, mga kababayan, ay ang understanding the purpose of the visa, right? Maraming klaseng visa ang napag-usapan natin dito sa PHLV Radio at minsan napag-usapan na rin natin ang purpose ng B1, B2 or tourist visa, tourist or business visa. At isa dyan ang tinatawag natin na B1, B2 or tourist visa. Alamin ninyo kung ano bang purpose, ano bang intention nyo pag pumunta kayo at gamitin ang visa na to. Diba? One of the non-immigrant visa Kuya Johan ay yun nga, tourist visa. Ang purpose nito is, as the name it connotes, na tourist, for tourism purposes. Either or for business pwede rin kasi kaya tinawag na B1, B2 yan. Now, kung kayo po nag-a-apply, you make sure na naintindihan ninyo yun. At siyempre, pag in-interview kayo, 'di ba? Alam niyo po kung anong sasagot, kung bakit ka pupunta ng Amerika, hindi yung tipong maghanap ka ng fiancé or hindi kundi or maghanap ka ng trabaho. Siyempre, ang sasabihin po ninyo ay for tourism. Bibisitahin ko po ang aking kamag-anak, 'di ba, sa Las Vegas, 'di ba? Or may sakit po ang aking nanay na sa San Francisco. Right? So, yun yung mga purpose ng B1, B2. Or, pwede rin po kayong for business purposes, pwede rin sabihin ninyo na meron akong tinatayong business at mayroong similar doon sa Los Angeles at gusto kong obserbahan at alamin kung paano ito gagawin. So, yun po ang mga purposes ng B1, B2. So, dapat intindihin ninyo, alamin ninyo kung ano po ang purpose ng B1, B2 visa.
Ayan, marami sa mga kababayan natin, especially yung mga nasa tech industries and other industries as well. Pumupunta sila dito on certain times, especially here attorney sa Las Vegas, no, yung mga conventions, yung mga ganyan. And a lot of them, like right now, happening right now in New York, yung National Association of Broadcasters in New York. International convention. So marami mga Pilipinong mga broadcaster nandito ngayon. Most likely, kung hindi man ibang klaseng application, most likely B1 and B2 ang kanilang in-applyan.
That's correct. Kaya yung attending a conference or seminar, that falls under B1, B2.
Ayun. Okay. Pero nabanggit nyo, attorney, that say for example, you're just doing for educational purposes, yung business, yung gusto mong mag-observe ng kaparehong business or industriya dito sa Amerika, pwede yun. But really not engaging yet on monetary exchange or hindi pa pwedeng magnegosyo.
That's correct. That's kind of another type of visa. Kung gusto mo magnegosyo, either you put up a business here, yung tinatawag na investor E1 or E2 visa. But just to observe and learn, kung paano gagawin, then it falls under B1 visa.
Ayan, baka gusto nyong mag-tour sa facilities ng Google.
Or dito sa PHLV
O sa
Radio.
PHLV Radio.
International Radio.
International, yeah. Para malaman nyo ang mga teknolohiya, methodologies, and then you bring them back to the Philippines for you to be able to establish one there or establish one in the future here if you are trying to get into another type of visa, as you said, yung investor visa or any other visa. So yan, mga kababayan, alamin muna kung bakit kayo pupunta. Hindi po pwedeng nandun na po kayo sa harap ng ating officer at hindi nyo pa alam at iniisip nyo pa lang kung bakit gusto nyo pumunta dito. Attorney, alam mo, gusto nyo lang pumunta sa Disneyland or something like that. Pwede niyang sabihin yun.
Pwedeng sabihin, bakasyon ng mga bata, mag-Christmas, at valedictory yung anak ko, nakakuha ng line of 9 lahat ang grades and well-deserved kasi all the semester, nag-aral diyan sa trabaho, sa pag-aaral at siyempre pagtatrabaho rin ng magulang at gusto nila mag-relax.
That's right.
During vacation, pwede yun magbisita sa Disneyland or dito sa Las Vegas or any other place, San Francisco for example, marami rin diyan, diba? Yung sa Golden Gate, so any of the most visited places sa Amerika pwedeng sabihin at syempre pakita rin nila kung yung itinerary which is pag-usapan natin later on.
Actually, yan. Tatanong ko sana yung itinerary pero I'm sure we'll touch on that. But attorney, sideline ng konti, especially pag babiyahe ka at pupunta ka ng mga tourist spots dito sa Amerika, mga theme parks and everything, that entails a lot of money, di ba? So, yung mga kababayan natin, should they be prepared to show to the immigration officer pag tinanong sila, may pera ba kayo para pumunta sa mga theme parks na yan?
Yes, one of the requirements as well, Kuya Johan, is of course the capacity and the ability right to travel. Diba? So, titignan nila, part of the requirements which is pag-usapan na pala natin is yung pangatlo pala yun. Pero, yung pag-prepare ng application form.
That's right. Number 2.
Number 2, preparation of the DS-160 application form na it can be found sa website ng US Embassy ng Manila. So, nandyan lahat, Kuya Johan, yung mga information na kailangan fill-upan, di ba? Of course, yung biographic information ng aplikante, di ba? Pangalan, edad, trabaho, etc., travel. So, nandun lahat sa application form. So, kailangan i-prepare nila yon, pag-aralan, i-double check. Lalong-lalo na, Kuya Johan, kung kayo po ay, palaging nagta-travel. Kasi may mga prior itatanong din yung mga prior travels nyo, either sa United States or other parts of the world na kailangang i-declare. So,
Good.
importante yan na nakahanda na yung pag-prepare, and you have to go over again, di basta na lang fill up pa nyo online and then i-click nyo kaagad. Make sure that you also review, before you click. So that's really important kasi hindi mo na yan ma-correct once you submitted it.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to be, very expensive din kung lalong-lalo kung magbabayad na po kayo o
That's
nagbayad
right.
na kayo.
That's right. Especially kung nagmamadali na sila, attorney, pressed for time, and then uulit na naman dahil nagkamali sila at may kulang na pinadala. Attorney, yung bang mga bata, tig-isa silang DS-160 with the
Yes,
parents?
kailangan ng every applicant, kailangan ng applications.
Oh.
Each application, Kuya
Okay.
Johan, kasi may issue din sila ng
Separate visa,
Yeah,
no?
separate visa na nandoon sa kanilang Philippine passport.
Yeah. But this can be prepared by the parents or any
Correct.
representative. Ano?
Yes, at saka
Para sa
hindi
mga
lang
kawan.
yan, yung anyone below 14,
Ah.
hindi not necessarily na kailangan silang mag-attend ng interview.
Oh,
Or
wow.
people over 79, I think hindi na sila required to attend for the interview.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Has it always been that way, attorney? O bago lang ito?
Yeah, it has all been
Always
like
been
that
way.
all the time.
Okay. Alright.
Tapos yung pag nag-renew ka pa pala, di ba, meron pa yung mga drop box pag
Drop
wala
box.
kang violation at valid pa ang inyong tourist visa, right? At kahit nag-expire, I think binibigyan pa rin kayo ng opportunity to do a drop box pag less than 2 years yung expiration ng inyong visa.
All right. So guys, recapping. Una, alamin kung bakit kaya pupunta ng Amerika. Pangalawa, apply and fill up that DS-160 application. Third, attorney, yung mga fees,
Yeah.
kailan ito babayaran?
Kailan bayaran, Kuya Johan, once you upload your application form at magsiset na kayo ng interview, kailan bayaran nyo kasi hindi po kayo set ng interview pag hindi po kayo nagbayad. So, make sure to double check kung magkano ang babayaran
Yeah.
at kung saan babayaran because it varies from country to country. Kung nasa
Correct.
Middle East kayo, nasa Pilipinas kayo, at yung amount, double check ninyo kasi, minsan tumataas yan or, bumababa. So, hindi natin alam. As of now, I think it's $260 US dollars, diba? So, kailangan bayaran nila yan either online or may mga required banks na kailangan nilang puntahan para doon bayaran at ipakita ang kanilang resibo once they attend the interview.
And with the conversation that we had previously, especially those in the Philippines, because there's already the visa application center.
Center,
right?
oo.
Yeah. So that's where they do this.
I think there's one of the ways na
Na pwede gawin.
function ng VAC.
Oo.
Papunta tayo sa VAC which is pinag-usapan natin last episode, Kuya Johan.
Right,
As you
right.
mentioned, ang dami nang naka-experience yan pero ang dami
Yeah.
pa rin nalilito at naguguluhan dahil ang hirap mag-schedule ng interview lalo na may deadlines.
Correct.
May deadlines when it comes to medical, di ba? So, mag-expire yung kanilang medical or mag-i-age out yung anak, anong gagawin? So, what I advise client is, you have to be patient, to make sure na makalagin kayo at makapag-schedule kayo ng interview.
In fact, attorney, maraming tumawag isa sa mga tumawag sa atin after our episode and then naging effective yon nung ginawa na nila doon sa VIC, nagbayad sila, they did not opt to pay online, ginawa nila, nagbayad sila sa bangko. It took a while for that money, that payment to be reflected sa so nag-aalala na sila, sabi nila, tawagan mo nga si attorney kung kailangan ko mag-follow up.
It's still a new, basically very new procedure. Kaya, ang dami pang glitch and hiccups. So, magtyaga lang po tayo. Malas lang talaga yung mga mag-expire ang kanilang medical, but keep on trying.
All right. So what you said, attorney, ang next was to schedule your visa interview with the embassy. And once you're able to get the visa interview, attorney, ano yung mga kailangang i-prepare? So ready kayo sa interview, attorney?
Yes, the good thing about the visa scheduling a visa interview, mga kababayan, ay kontrolado mo, 'di ba? Kung ano yung time, yung availability mo, wala kang trabaho or out of the country po kayo. At saka meron yung option to expedite, lalong-lalo na kung ang purpose ng visa nyo is to attend a funeral or
Right.
to attend to visit an ailing relative. So, pwede ring schedule, pwede expedite, pero kailangan mag-schedule kayo ng interview para po sa susunod na yan ay yung interview po ninyo. So, pagka nagpa-schedule kayo ng interview, mga kababayan, kailangan alamin yung mga requirements na kailangan i-provide at your interview. siyempre importante yung proof of financial stability, right? Ano ba yung ties mo sa Pilipinas, di ba? Bakit kung ako ang consul, what I tell my clients all the time is put yourself na ikaw ang consul at paano mo ako kukumbinsihin, right? Nababalik ka sa Pilipinas.
Babalik.
Di ba? May pera ka ba? Meron
Yeah.
ka bang, may mga anak ka bang maliliit na
Yeah.
hindi mo pwedeng iwanan? Meron ka bang business? Meron ka bang properties? Meron ka bang, other properties na kailangan na hindi mo pwedeng iwanan or pagpalit
Right.
sa Amerika? So those are the questions and those are the documents that you need to prepare. Kung may mga kaibigan din kayo na willing na sumuporta, halimbawa kamag-anak, o kahit kaibigan, it's like an invitation for you to come to the US, and siguro part of that statement is for you to stay at home, at their home, para hindi na kayo mag-hotel pa, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi malaking bagay ang hotel, Kuya Johan, ngayon mga sa 200 to 500 na per night. So if you plan to stay in the US for 3 weeks to a month, at may titirhan kayo, malaking bagay po yan.
Nako, yeah, malaking gastos.
Oo.
And really, if you're not able to establish that na kaya mo ito, medyo red flag ka agad. That's why, sabi po ni attorney, put yourself in the shoe of the officer. Kukumbinsin mo talaga na babalik kayo doon. Siguro, kung may career kayo, kunwari, artista ka sa Pilipinas, no? Sikat kang singer or something, siguro naman, madaling mong makumbinsing, babalik ako, sikat ako dito sa Pilipinas.
That's correct. Or may-ari ka ng mga restaurants or a farm, or meron kang mga, mga anak na pinag-aaral, di ba? Or may business ka, meron po kayong So it's really a proving your ties, and of course yung documenting that you are going back to your home country.
Right. Are we supposed to give the immigration officer attorney ng detailed itinerary? Kasi pagdating mo dito, susunduin ako ni ganito, punta kami sa Disneyland, punta kami sa ganyan. Do you have to give the exact itinerary for your, say, 2 weeks, 3 weeks stay?
It's an ideal to provide a detailed itinerary, Kuya Johan, para makita ng consul, and ma-verify din. Di ba, kung nagsasabi ka ng totoo o hindi, right? Kung talagang meron bang convention na mga broadcasters, right? So, with all the technologies and social media natin ngayon, it's really, easy to verify if you're telling the truth or not. I mean, in the past, Kuya Johan, may mga kliyente na nahuhuli na nagbibigay ng certification from the bank that there's a deposit of 3 million pesos, right? Or 1 million pesos. So, in the past, ang hirap mag-verify, di ba? Pero ngayon, with all the technologies that we have, madali ma-verify yan, di ba? So, or may-ari kayo ng properties, or may kamag-anak kayo dito, etc. So, it's really easy to verify. And take note, mga kababayan, ang pag-apply ng tourist visa, Kuya Johan, on the spot, right? You will find out the result. Right? I mean, hindi yung tipong kagaya ng immigrant visa that, sasabihin sa'yo, you will refuse a visa, not necessarily deny, right? Because you lack documentation.
Okay.
Right? For example, kulang ka ng affidavit support. Pero dito sa B1, B2, tourist visa application, on the spot, malalaman mo ang fate
resulta
mo on that day.
Whether you're approved or
Correct.
or
Very
denied.
seldom na ino-hold nila yung tawag nito, yung decision on the same day. If there are situations na nasa gitna na parang kaya mong mag-abroad or kaya mong magturista, pero may problema ka. Like, meron kang conviction ng ganito, di ba? O meron kang firearm convictions, o meron kang dating immigration history. So, either bibigyan ka ng pagkakataon mag-file ng waiver, yung tinatawag natin D3 waiver, which I think napasadahan na rin natin sa mga discussions natin dito. But those are the only very limited scenarios where your visa application will not be decided on the same day.
Yes, normally, alam mo na kaagad kung uuwi ka na ng luhaan
That's
after
true.
the interview. So, attorney, a lot of us, when we go to the embassy, like what we always say, nangangamba tayo, and it will for a lot of our kababayans, it really helps na mag-practice. Do you advise na mag-practice ka for the interview with someone like an attorney or like maybe a relative who just did an interview? Pwede bang mag-practice ka?
That's a good point, Kuya Johan, and one of the tips na binibigay natin ngayon is practice for the visa
Practice.
interview. Hindi lang yung sa harap ka sa abogado or haharap ka sa kaibigan mo o kamag-anak mo, kundi sarili mo, like sa salamin, for example.
Yeah,
Parang
yeah,
nagpa-practice ka
yeah.
nung panahon natin ng grade school. I don't know kung nangyari sa'yo, high school na
Oo.
kailangan mong ano ba
May
pinapamemorize
mga
sa atin.
declamation,
Declam-
may mga ganyan.
Yeah, that's true. Fourth, and 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So, kailangan mag-practice ka rin sa ano, titignan mo paano ako mag-answer, di ba? Mabilis
Oo,
masyado,
oo.
kinakabahan ka ba?
Oo.
Right? So, kailangan ng practice. And what I always tell clients, because part of our service, Kuya Johan, whether you're applying for an immigrant visa, a tourist visa, or any type of visa, right? Sa embassy, sa consulate, sa immigration, and even immigration court, we prepare clients. Right?
Yeah.
So, that's one of, kaya minsan yung mga kliyente, sa abogado pa lang nakaharap, kinakabahan na. And I tell them, like, we are on the same page here. Right? So, wag kang kabahan. Pareho tayo ng hangarin dito.
Yeah.
Hindi ako ang ano. I mean, I'll be more frank and blunt about your case.
Yeah.
Kunwari ako ang consul, right?
Yeah.
O kunwari ako ang judge. But you respond the way you respond a judge. Kasi kung hindi mo ako masagot, panig tayo, di ba?
Mas lalo na.
Mas lalo na pag nasa judge ka, which, client really appreciates that. Kasi
Right.
pagdating ng actual interview, Kuya Johan, medyo confident na sila, di ba?
Right.
Alam na yung sasagot nila. So, it's really important, mga kababayan, to practice, whether through some friends, a lawyer, a relative, or by yourself. Kailangan practicein kung bakit ka nandito, paano yung pagsagot mo. Good morning, sir, ma'am. Ano?
Yeah, yeah.
Or good morning, consul, or,
Yeah.
be respectful.
Yeah.
Kailangan din sumagot ng yes or no.
Right.
At saka, syempre, kailangan din, focus dun sa tanong. Hindi
Sa
kung
tanong.
ano-ano mas sinasagot mo. Right? Answer it directly. Although some consuls are friendly, right? What I tell clients is, hindi yung nagkikipag-chit-chat sa kanila na kaibigan ang dating, right? Nandun pa rin sila na sila yung magde-decide ng fate mo.
Right.
So just focus to the question, and even if it seems like, nagbibiro, okay lang magbiro ka ng sandali, pero wag yung kung ano nang sinasabi mo, di ba? May mga kliyente ganoon dalaw tayong mga Pilipino kung sa ano-ano yung mga kinukwento natin na hindi naman relevant doon sa
Right.
tanong.
Yeah.
So, very important is practice.
Right. Attorney, eto, yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina na you're not at ease at talking with the consul, yung nosebleed, attorney, tinatanong sa amin yan eh. Syempre English, di ba? You'll be talking to the consul. Karamihan dyan ay syempre mga Amerikano yan, di ba? So pumunta ka ng embassy, syempre aside from kinakabahan ka na doon sa iyong application, kinakabahan ka pa, mag-i-English ka na pa. todo doon.
Yeah.
Is that a factor, attorney, na you're conversant, you're articulate? Is that a factor at all?
It is one of the factors, but it's not the main factor na kinoconsider. It's the totality of your situation and your case. Like, it ties really important, Kuya Johan. Marami sa atin naman na, maraming pera, pero hindi naman nakapagsalita ng English na maayos, di ba? Pero it doesn't mean na i-deny ka dahil hindi ka marunong mag-English. Pero syempre yung confidence mo kasi, pag marunong ka mag-English or mag-express ng sarili mo in English way, syempre mas confident ka, mas paniniwalaan ka ng consul.
That's right.
Diba?
That's right.
But of course, practice, very basic naman ang mga tanong, Kuya Johan, especially sa mga ganitong interview, whether tourist visa ang ina-applyan mo or tawag nito, or immigrant visa, ang audience mo sa consul, Kuya Johan, 5 to 10 minutes. Right?
Wow.
So it's not,
Wow.
I mean, lalong-lalo na sa immigrant kasi may mga background checks pa na gagawin, fingerprints, biometrics noong wala pa yung VAC.
Yeah.
But with the tourist visa, ganun din yung waiting time mo dahil sa haba ng pila, kung anong pagdadaanan mo, and then you wait several minutes or even hours just to have an audience with the consul. Which sometimes they don't even look at your paperwork. It's kind of frustrating kasi mag-hire sila ng agency, ng abogado para sa kanila tourist visa application. Yung pala hindi naman titignan ng consul.
Correct.
It's a discretion dahil nasa online ka na, nakita na yung application mo. Either the consul reviewed your application before you were called. Tinignan na siguro, pinasadaan na sino to, saan ito, ano yung social media nito, etc. And then make a determination at that point, and then siguro tatanungin ka ng basic questions. Titignan din demeanor mo kung kinakabahan ka, para kang may tinatago ka yata, para kang magti-TNT. Di ba? So, nandun na lahat yung factors, Kuya Johan. So, it's really important that you are conversant. But to be honest, Kuya Johan, sa mga clients natin, right, like Filipino, magagaling mag-English.
Yeah.
Right? Kasi sabihin natin, grade school or even high school or even grade school ang natapos,
Nakakaintindi.
nakakapag-express.
Oh, yeah.
Nakakaintindi, nakakapag-express. Na kahit papaano konting English, naiintindihan siguro sila din ng console. So, yun lang kinaganda ng mga Pilipino dahil, English is the first or second language natin.
How about interpreter? Is that available? Pwedeng magdala ng interpreter?
Pwedeng magdala ng interpreter, but either the consul or the embassy will provide one kung kinakailangan mo talaga.
Okay.
Right? I'm not sure kung papayagan ng interpreter sa pagpasok ng embassy just because it's limited only to the applicant.
That's
They
right.
will tell you na marami naman silang Filipino staff and they might request one of them or kayo kung magre-request kung papayagan kayo to do the interpreting. But the reality is, of course, if you want a tourist visa, mga kababayan, you're coming to the US, siyempre English ang medium of language.
Right.
So kailangan kahit papaano i-try din ninyong sumagot in English.
That's right. Nabanggit yung konti kanina, attorney, yung background checks. No? What do we expect when we apply for, we know when it's like immigrant, medyo mas matindi ang vetting process. But for a tourist visa, how rigid is it, attorney? Yung mga background checks na yan and everything.
Yeah, that's why one of the questions doon sa application form ko yon or during the interview are places that you traveled, right, for the last 5 years, for example. So the reason why they're doing the background checks is to make sure is, you're not a threat to national security, di ba? Kaya nagkakaroon ng background checks. Lalong-lalo yung mga countries that you traveled for the last 5 years, kung pumunta ka sa Iran or other countries that are known to be protecting terrorists, something like that, so nagiging sila dyan. May mga clients din tayo na ganyan, attorney, bakit yung aking background check hindi pa lumalabas or under administrative processing pa, and then when you ask them saan ka ba nag-travel, and then you find out that one of the countries that yung kumukup ng mga terrorist, Kuya Johan, di ba, akala nila that you're traveling there, baka meron kang, you're part of that organization, right? So just make sure then na mga kababayan, lalong-lalo na yung mga travels ninyo, if it's for humanitarian reason, for example, you have to tell them, like even if you travel to a country that is known for terrorism or terrorist activities, you need to mention to the consul officer that the purpose of your travel was for humanitarian or for work, hindi for travel of something else.
You're part of a charity group na pumunta kayo
hindi
doon, relief
ma-determine
group.
kung bakit ka nandun or hindi mo ma-pinpoint bakit ka nandun doon. Like, nagbabakasyon ako, anong bakasyon meron dyan? Syria, right? Or something. So just make sure that you articulate that, or
tulad ng mga Doctors Without Borders, yung mga ganyan, pupunta sila sa mga lugar na ganyan
Oo, totoo yan. Yung mga Peace Corps din, di ba? Tumutulong sa mga sa mga nangangailangan, yung mga may sakit, di ba? For humanitarian reasons, not only medical doctors but also yung mga assistants.
That's right. Yeah. So, okay. So, yung sa processing times naman tayo, attorney, what are our expectations when we apply for a tourist visa? Like what you said, case to case yan, di ba? But how long does it normally take yung visa tourist visa application?
Yes, so dalawa yan, Kuya Johan, yung pag set ng interview appointment, right?
Okay.
During the pandemic, if you recall, at saka during ng suspension ng entry of immigrants by President Trump, umabot ng 1 taon ang, di ba, yung interview. Kasi wala kang makuhang interview dahil na-fill up lahat ng application. And then, lumapit, nagkaroon ng 6 months, 3 months, ngayon mayroon na yatang 3 weeks, especially if you try to expedite, right? Okay. But make sure na yung ibang client natin, madaling araw yata sa kanila, they have to look at the possible slots kasi may mga nagka-cancel last minute, so just make sure that every now and then tine-check nila ang schedule. So it ranges from 3 weeks to about 3 months for scheduling, but as we mentioned kanina, yung processing time sa Pilipinas, right, they want to dispose right away. So our experience with our clients, they get the what do you call this, the result right away. So hindi kagaya ng immigrant visa na may mga background checks or may mga request for evidence pa sila, but on a tourist visa, either 95% of the time you'll find out the result right then and there. Bibigyan ka ng blue paper, tawag nila doon yata sa rejection 212G or something, where they're saying na you lack ties to your home country, so typical basis for denial. So yun yung processing time, which is you'll find out right away. Yun ang kinaganda sa atin dahil malalaman mo na hindi yung tipong bibigyan ka pa ng another weeks or months to
Yeah.
like kakabahan na your expectation mo ma-approve ako, ma-deny ako. So
Right.
and also pag kinuha po ang inyong passport, sasabi sa'yo congratulations, you'll
Yeah.
expect definitely that's an approval.
Okay.
Pero kung ibinalik sa'yo ang passport ninyo at binigyan kayo ng notice that you are denied, then unfortunately you're denied,
Yeah.
and try again and better luck next time.
Ayun. And just sisingit ko lang dyan, attorney, sa better luck next time na yan. When is the next time that you're able to apply? Can you apply right away or a few months?
Yes, ang isang tanong pa yan, Kuya Johan, is can you appeal, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
diba,
right.
lalo mga kliyenteng disgruntled where attorney, ang dami-dami kong pera,
Yeah.
ang dami kong business,
Ilang
employee.
folder yung ready mo?
Yeah,
Yun,
hundreds of Filipinos. Meron pa akong business sa Singapore, etc. Well, what I tell clients is this is a discretion. Discretion is a sense that, whether ang consul ay masama ang gising, right? Or
Kulang sa kape.
yeah, or nag-away sila ng asawa niya, right? Or posible ring natalo ang kanyang team. Like,
Oh.
visit siya kaya umagahan.
That's right.
So there are a lot of factors, and these are human beings,
Yeah.
right? So kaya nga practice, preparation is the key, and despite all what you did, right? Despite the preparation, despite all the practice that you did, na-deny pa rin. Attorney, pwede bang mag-appeal? No, you cannot appeal a case. This is a discretion.
Okay.
Pwede bang magsumbong sa presidente or sa ambassador? Well, you can do whatever you want, but it won't help your case, right? But definitely, ang pinakamaganda dyan is apply again next time.
Yeah.
Apply again next time. Pakinggan tayo dito yung ating tips na binibigay sa kanila para, mapaghandaan ng husto, at hopefully the second time around, the third time around, or even fourth or fifth time around, mapagbigyan sila.
Yeah.
Marami sa mga kababayan natin, mga kliyente natin na they tried like 5 times.
Yeah.
Right? And they finally got it. Marami naman sa atin na isang beses pa lang takot na.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, hindi naman to examination, mas mahirap, ang dami professionals sa atin, yung mga teachers, yung mga government exams, CPAs, lawyers, doctors, teachers. So we underwent all those kind of more rigorous examination.
Yeah.
Ito, consul lang, tao lang sila.
Yeah.
Kung hindi ka pagbibigyan, try again. Kung may pera ka, kung may tutulong sa'yo, try
Yeah.
it again. Ganun sinasabi ko sa mga kamag-anak ko din na, na nadi-deny. Try it
Yeah.
again kasi hindi natin malalaman. Malay natin, maganda ang mood ng consul.
That's
diba?
right, that's right.
At pagbigyan ka.
One of the things na tinatanong sa atin dito, attorney, which we've known a few cases is yung family, say for example, yung mag-asawa, meron bang chance na kunwari pamilya sila pumunta ng Disneyland or something, is there a chance na isa sa kanila ang hindi ma-approve? Like yung isang anak or yung tatay lang ang hindi na-approve, everybody else is approved. Nangyayari po ba yan?
Bibihira, Kuya Johan. It's usually like when a family applies for a visa, lahat sila bibigyan.
Or lahat na di-deny?
O lahat na di-deny.
Ayun.
Oo. Bibihira yung na-approve yung 3, na-deny yung isa. Di ba?
Ayun.
Dahil the purpose of the travel is for family, vacation,
Yeah.
right? So, syempre, hindi ka naman masaya kung isa sa kanila na-deny. It is what it is kung gustong tumuloy yung mga na-approve.
Yeah.
But the reason is titignan natin kung bakit ka na-deny, di ba? So, either ang posibleng dahilan na-deny ang isa sa kanila is number 1, mayroong prior immigration history.
Yung isa doon.
Isa doon, nag-apply dati, nagsinungaling,
Yeah.
or nag-overstay, nag-TNT dito, etc. Or
Yeah.
may criminal records. So those are the only way na posibleng i-deny.
Yeah.
Or yung isang anak magto-21 na, di ba? So,
Right,
magsasarili na dapat siyang application.
Sa ganitong situation, attorney, you're parang at the mercy of the mood of the consul, tulad na sabi mo nga, tao lang ito, ano? But what are your rights, attorney? Isa siguro ito sa pwede nating mabigay sa kanilang tip, no? On how to, kasi pag alam mo, kung kaharap mo yung consul at medyo may konting background ka, kung ano yung pwedeng itanong, kung ano yung pwedeng i-assert doon sa in front of the consul, are there some rights? I know ikaw ang nag-apply, di ba? So sila talagang masusunod. Pero do you have some rights in front of the consul?
Yes, rights during the interview and after the approval ng visa mo. So,
Okay.
yung during the interview, definitely you have all the right to say something, especially if the consul would charge you or accuse you of something na hindi tama.
Okay.
Right? So, pwede mong sabihin na, no, that's not me, or it's not me who did that. So kung sasabihin siya, meron kang criminal records dito, right? Siyempre pwede mong sabihin that kung talagang hindi ikaw, you have to assert that it was not you, hindi mo ginawa. Right? Or something like ang sinasabi ng consul is nag-overstay ka dati sa Amerika. I cannot give that to you because you know you already violated your status. If you think that you did not, for example, nag-tourist visa ka, nag-apply ka ng student visa, for example, and then naghintay ka ng ilang buwan bago madesisyonan. Ang immigration naman, at their mercy kung kailan nila issue yung decision, di ba? So, inintay mo yung result and then, siyempre nag-overstay ka na. But the rule is, if you file the application before the expiration, wala kang overstay. Right? So, let's say, nag-expire yung 6 months mo pero nakapending pa yung student visa mo. You're kind of in status. But once your case is denied, even if after 6 months, right, you have to leave as soon as you can, as soon as possible, like 1 month. So, wala ka pa rin overstay. So, for example, inakusahan ka ng consul, overstay ka, meron kang ban for 3 years or 10 years, then you can argue that, look, officer, I was in the US for this amount of time, but I filed the extension, here's my proof. Then you can assert that right during the interview.
Ayun. At tulad ng sinabi ni attorney, mga kababayan, respectful. Hindi mo naman pwede awayin yun.
Yeah, respectful. At isipin pa rin natin, aside from the mood ng consul, is of course yung and the discretion and the mood, syempre yung preparation at saka yung reasonableness nila. Right? They are there, of course, they are bound under oath then. They have to perform their duties na hindi naman lahat denied. O mainit ang ulo mo palagi. So, we still think that, as we mentioned kanina, kung ikaw consul ba, sa tingin mo, i-approve kita. Hindi ka ba mag-overstay? Sa tingin mo ba, wala kang anak, wala kang asawa, graduate ka ng nursing, sa tingin mo, may bibigyan ka ng consul, right? Yung mga ganong sitwasyon. So, you have to up more your credentials para next time ma-approve na ang inyong tourist visa application.
At isang side question lang is this might be a weird question. So one of our listeners actually asked us, first time niya, hindi pa siya nakakapunta sa embassy, sa US embassy. Yung mga consul na pinag-uusapan natin, attorney, being that they are in the Philippines, the office is in the Philippines, are there Filipino staff there na maaaring yun na mag-interview sa'yo, or lahat yun ay mga Amerikano yung nandun?
Yeah, marami tayong mga staff na Filipino, especially yung mga pre-screening, right? Kasi nakakaintindihan ko nasaan yung original birth certificate mo, etc. May mga consul, vice consul kasi parang parang sa consulate natin dito sa San Francisco, lahat mga Pilipino yan, di ba?
Right.
Pero sa ang Amerika naman kasi is a big nation, big country, and super diversified, di ba? So
that's right.
Maswerte ka ako siguro, kuya, yun kung ako i-appoint ni Bongbong Marcos as ambassador ng US ambassador to the Philippines. I mean, may mga Filipino siguro na US citizen kasi lahat yan mga yan US citizen eh. So there's a possibility siguro na sa foreign service dito sa US, nagtrabaho sa Department of State at gusto magpa-appoint sa Pilipinas because siguro may advantage yan eh. Di ba? You speak the language, the culture, alam mo kung ano yung mga fraud dyan, di ba? Kalokohan dyan. So posible nangyayari na may mga Filipino consuls. But most of my clients, when we ask them, sino nag-interview sa'yo? Because part of the namin, yung sa preparation namin is to get back to us and describe to us yung consul. Anong demeanor sa'yo, anong ginawa, anong matinanong sa'yo para we can relate it to our future clients. So, dinidescribe din yung mga consul or Caucasian, female, 6-footer, etc. or African-American, Asian, Asian. Bibira ko pang nakita ang Filipino, to be honest. Sa immigrant to. Sa mga non-immigrant, hindi ko alam kung may mga nag-interview mga Filipino. But I guess meron siguro din. Hindi lang malimit. Narinig ako may mga Korean, may mga Japanese.
Wow.
So
probably the reason why they're asking this is, sometimes when you're in an office like this, it's nice to see na kapareho ko ito. You are more matawag dito, mas magaan ang loob mo. Because alam mo Pilipino rin siya. Mas even if US citizen na siya, di ba? Well,
mas confident ka. Actually nangyayari dito sa US. Like ang dami dito lalo na sa area natin, Nevada, California. Right, ang daming may mga Pilipino na immigration officers, right, or immigration judges and government lawyers. But siyempre ang mga Pilipino minsan yung tipong, kampante ka, di ba? But what we
Yeah.
tell client is, titingnan mo yung history ng mga officers or judges, right? Ano ang success rate story, success nito, di ba?
Yeah.
Approvals, etc. Alamin natin, and we fight a good fight, and we fight based on the merits.
Yeah.
Right? Yun ang kinaganda lang sa atin dito sa US because, kahit kilala mo yan, right?
Yeah.
Or kamag-anak mo pa yung nag-interview sa'yo o sa kliyente mo, just provide them your case and you will be approved.
All right. Okay, so 1 to 10 mga kababayan, these are some of the tips. I'm sure marami pa, pero these are some of the pointers na in-outline ni Attorney Diza.
Bago tayo umalis ko
yeah,
yun, yung isang rights pa pala ng isang, let's say, after nung nakuha mo, let's say, na-approve ka, you'll be very happy,
Yeah.
schedule mo lahat ng itineraries mo, etc. No?
Yeah.
Nabigyan ka ng usually 10 years yan, lalo
Okay.
na kung good yung tawag nito, yung presentation mo, right, at okay naman yung provide mong documentation, you might be given 10 years.
10 years. Yeah.
Now, that's your right to travel to the US within that span of 10 years. Hindi po 10 years na titira ka sa US. Hindi ibig sabihin, you can come back within the next 10 years. Within 10 years yan, pabalik-balik. Usually 6 months ka nandito. It's your right to travel to America, but it does not guarantee you that you will be admitted. Right? Kung may mga violations po kayo, right, either nag-overstay kayo one time or nalaman na meron ka ng nakareding trabaho sa Amerika, pag nalaman nila sa port of entry mo, even with a 10-year multiple visa, mga kababayan, be aware they can always revoke your visa. So use your visa wisely and as intended, right? Huwag niyo pong gagamitin sa ibang paraan, so either pagtatrabaho o paghahanap ng mga mafi-fiancé. Of course, you have to consult a lawyer if you decide to do that kasi it's inconsistent with the tourist visa. And again, babalikan natin yung isa sa number one tip natin is to know the purpose of your visa. Yun lang.
Naalala ko din tuloy, Attorney, yung isang tanong sa atin na pag nabigyan na kayo ng US visa, na tourist visa, how soon should you use it? Or wala bang... Kasi ang iba, nagmamadali, nabigyan na ako. Baka mamaya ma-revoke ito pagka hindi pa ako bumiyahe within 2 months or 1 month or something. Is there such a thing na merong timetable?
Wala ko yun. The following day, kung meron kang ticket and anything, as long as your visa, that's okay. Meron din akong client na magte-10 years saka pala niya ginamit. Wala naging problema. To be honest, sabi ko, kailan mo nakuha itong visa mo? Nung ano pa, kasi pamilya ko, ilan taong ka na ngayon? Like, he's like 29 or something. So, nung nakuha, eksaktong 20 years old siya. So, hindi ginamit na lang niya nung 9 years after, which is still fine. Wala na, as long as walang makita sa background nyo siguro or sa, sa case nyo, wala kayong kaso, then you'll be fine to be admitted.
Baka mas maganda pa nga kasi sasabihin hindi ito masyadong excited.
Exactly. Kasi yung maaga. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Wag lang po kayong mag-stay dito ng 6 months, uwi ka ng Pilipinas for 2 weeks, babalik kayo ulit dito, and that raises a red flag.
Ma-obvious,
Exactly.
na talagang
You're working.
you're doing something here.
Exactly.
No? Yeah. Well, anyway. Well, Attorney, maraming salamat again for this wealth of information na na-share natin sa ating mga kababayan and for those seeking immigration benefits, not just mga kababayan natin. And we'd like to thank you again for visiting us here at the station, at the studio. Alam ko, busy ka ngayon dito sa Las Vegas. Give us some updates, Attorney, sa ating Reeves Immigration Law Group or sa iyong mga activities, Attorney, na gusto nyong i-announce.
Yes, dito sa tourist visa, mga kababayan, I know it's stressful, lalong-lalo na yung mga na-deny na, right? But it's a good idea to try again, especially if you really have a good intention to come here and visit relatives or even visit the historical places in the United States. Do it again. Saan man po kayo, lalo na kung may magandang trabaho kayo or visa abroad, for example, Middle East, Europe, or other parts of the world, pwede po kayo mag-apply dyan. Not necessarily bumalik kayo sa Pilipinas as long as you can show that you have a legal status in the country where you currently reside. So yun po ang advice natin sa mga kababayan natin, right? And it's really, United States is one of the most beautiful countries, especially lahat yata ng Pilipino, Kuya Johan, may makamag-anak dito, di ba? So may matutuluyan, di ba? May matitirhan. Now, dito po sa Reeves Immigration Law Group, we continue to render consultation every day, either by Zoom or by telephone or by in person na, Kuya Johan, with our several offices in California. right? Concord, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. We have also one in Makati and China. So we do have a consultation fee of $100, which will be credited towards your contract if you hire our services. And I can proudly say, Kuya Johan, that since our PHLV radio, immigration law on your side, magsi-6 years na tayo, right? Most of my clients found us through the radio, right? In different medium like YouTube or Facebook, right? So nakikita natin online, etc. So it's really very helpful with this program. I know it's a public service, but at the same time, it does give us clients sa Reeves Immigration Law Group.
Nako, maraming salamat, attorney. And we hope you enjoy your stay here in Las Vegas para sa mga fans po ni Attorney Diza.
It's a long day, but it should be worth it. Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Again, maraming salamat, Attorney Diza, at sa lahat po ng mga bumubuo ng Reeves Immigration Law Group sa buong mundo. Dyan sa China, sa Makati, and dito po sa California. And kahit saan man po sa mundo, katulad po ng nasabi ni Attorney, this is a federal practice. Kaya po naman kahit nandiyan kayo sa New York, mga kaibigan natin dyan sa Florida, sa Chicago, kumontak lamang po kayo. Phone number ni Attorney Diza nandiyan po sa screen, 415-568-3777 para sa Reeves Immigration Law Group. Galing po sa Las Vegas, Nevada, na medyo lumalamig na ng pakonti-konti, and excited kami para sa Filipino-American History Month. There's going to be an event this coming Saturday. We will see you there. I will host that. I'll be there at the M Resort with Apple the App and many other performers this coming Saturday. We'll see you there, mga kababayan. Maraming salamat po mula sa Reeves Immigration Law Group at PHLV Radio. We will see you again next time.
Reeves Immigration Law Group has just brought you Immigration Law on Your Side. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Pacific on PHLV Radio.
Reeves Immigration Law Group has been representing immigrants for nearly 40 years. Reeves Immigration Law Group has been fighting for its clients through experience and expertise. With immigration lawyers you can access at reasonable fees, even on Saturday. Payment plans are also available. Call us for your immigration solutions. We can do worldwide telephone and Skype consultations. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009. Reeves Immigration Law Group has offices in Los Angeles, San Francisco, China, and Philippines. See us at www.rreeves.com. Reeves Immigration Law Group, 1-800-795-8009.